Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar news update video. So this is a pretty big one. We finally have some information on the 2024 Avatar mobile game. So I did a video at some point last year. They sent me out a press release announcing this game initially, though there was basically no real usable information apart from the fact that it's some sort of a strategy kind of base building style game, and the story involved some sort of a barbarian death cult that worshipped a dark spirit. Otherwise, there was nothing really to talk about. But finally, we have some sort of an initial reveal, with them announcing that there's going to be some sort of a bigger reveal coming on March 21st. So let's get into this here. So what the game is, it finally has a title here: Avatar Legends Realms Collide. So straight away, really cool that they're using the Avatar Legends sort of subtitle. That obviously has been used with the RPG. I think the Minecraft kind of expansion used Avatar Legends as well, but more places using that is good, as just a way to basically be kind of Avatar Generations, like highlighting that it's not just a TLA Aang era, it is going to be multiple eras, multiple avatars, and that's always great. Use the full franchise, not just one part of the franchise. So that's great. So the information that we have here comes from their official Facebook page and also the Google Play Store page that they have up. So we'll go through the Facebook first, which is what I found first. So you can see they only seem to start posting this stuff about 4 days ago, when they put their logo up, posted their kind of header and stuff like that, and then their first proper post on the same day. So get ready for an epic adventure. Attention leaders, the destiny of the world rests on your shoulders in the upcoming strategy game Avatar Legends Realms Collide. Join forces with legendary benders and heroes from Avatar The Last Airbender, Legend of Korra, and the best-selling Avatar comic books as you embark on an epic quest to defeat a sinister cult and save the world from destruction. Choose your element: water, earth, fire, or air, and unleash your power like never before. Together we'll build powerful cities, forge alliances, train mighty legendary armies, and stand against a powerful and evil foe. Stay tuned for a big reveal on the 21st of March. I'm assuming this is where we'll see the first video. They'll probably announce this is when early access, or when the game just launches, depending on how they're planning to do all of this stuff. Because so far we basically have some screenshots and a kind of extended description of the game. So their first screenshot is here, but I'll go over them all in a second on Google's page. Then their post from yesterday, 19 hours ago: the countdown has begun, leaders. Only 20 days left to unleash the power of Aang and other avatars to fight against the new sinister evil plaguing the earth, sowing seeds of chaos that endanger the harmony and peace of our world. Are you counting down the days? And follow their social media platforms. So that's great. You can see here they do link the Google Play page, which is where this obviously came from here, and we'll go straight over there here. So here is Avatar Realms Collide, their Google Play Store page. So you can see Tilting Point is the developer, of course, and then AN Games, I think, is the publisher. You can pre-register the game right now, so you're notified, but if you're going to follow along with the game, or follow my channel for updates, you probably will know well ahead of time of Google alerting you when the game is going up. Nice kind of app logo here, Avatar State Aang, of course. And then let's get into this. So we have a bunch of screenshots to go through, and then a pretty extended description of the game here. So we'll go over that in just a second. But let's go to the start here with this. So I'll just adjust this a little bit here so you can see it all. So yeah, first one here, stock image on the side, and then the screenshot is here on the scroll. So choose your element, choose your bending art, and you choose water, earth, fire, or air. And it seems like this is where you choose your main base. This is going to be your central structure that obviously, I guess, you in a battle you lose if this building falls. So it's really cool that they have a different kind of architectural style for each of the elements. They had to do that, and I think it looks pretty nice here. I'm probably going to choose air, and I think it looks very cool. Very air temple-y, so pretty spot on. I'm guessing this is just some of the stuff when you first start up the game. You enter your username and you pretty much get to make these choices straight away. And then you seem to get to do this. Choose your hero. So you're going to create a leader. This is why all the posts from before are calling fans of the game leaders. That's the way that they're going to kind of do it. Where like if you play the game, you are the leader of your town, your base, and you get to choose, which nation you're from here. So water, earth, fire, air, and then they specify water tribe, earth kingdom, fire nation, air nomads, and you create your leader. I'm assuming you don't just become this character. It'll be interesting to see if that's the way they actually do it, where like they just give you this initial character, because they might be doing that, because obviously the reason Aang isn't here, because as we'll get to, they're doing something special with the avatars and how you specifically would unlock avatars. So these as the characters representing the nations, I think makes rough sense overall. So Katara, Toph, Zuko, and Tenzin. So interesting. Are these just going to be the starter characters for each nation? Perhaps because they have like Katara here, and it seems like some of the images here are from someone who chose water as their kind of starter stuff. So train your benders here, and we get a sense for like the first like proper like in-game kind of screenshot here. So you can see here's Aang's unit, I guess. Aang, playful avatar. He's got mobility, air, and avatar as his traits. It seems like you go from 0 to 6 stars in terms of leveling up, and so far there's level 0 at a 0. Bender capacity 0. I'm guessing this is going to be your power level style thing. And then there are some skill icons here. So this one is a glider. This one is the air ball. And I can't obviously make out what the other ones are. But then other characters you can see on the side here. Katara, Piandao. Katara is 2-star, Piandao is 1-star. There's a 1-star Sokka over here. And then unlocked down here, there is Aang, Azula, quite clearly. I'm guessing this is Iroh. And then I believe this is Korra, based on a previous, an upcoming image that we'll get through. This hero can only be unlocked through the Hall of Avatars. So we'll get to that in another screenshot also. So far so good. Like, looks like there's some decent stats going on with the characters. Here's some sort of a gameplay thing. There's obviously a few different ways that you can get involved in the gameplay here. If from base building, there's some sort of actual fighting style stuff going on, and you can see that here. Here's a team of Avatar Roku, Aang, Mako, and Suki. So that's a pretty nice kind of team lineup. Obviously confirming Roku is in. Some sort of treasure chest cart situation. I guess these are the barbarian kind of cult members here from the story setup. Rewards is some sort of an EXP style thing, and I guess an upgrade item. And you go through stages to eventually get to a boss. So we'll see how that goes in terms of like when you click challenge, like is it just auto battle, or is there skills you can actually choose to fight with? It's obviously hard to make out right now. Next image, nice that they use Amon here, and I'm like, this looks very clean. Is this a new Amon image? He tends to always be shown like this, but it looks particularly kind of nice and new overall. But yeah, organize the strongest team, and we have Toph, Aang, and Katara. So Aang's level 50, 6-star, and then you can see here fire element here in the middle. At least that's what I think is going on here. Fire. And then, yeah, this is a water tribe symbol here, 2-star Katara, and level 1 Toph over here. The stats at the bottom say load capacity, power, and AP cost. And then there's also an auto button, I guess, to auto choose your best team, probably. So some similar stuff to what we saw in Avatar Generations here with just the character organization. Here is a shot of Katara, and then, yeah, I'm guessing this is your base building kind of menu type stuff of like here is someone placing the Avatar Aang Republic City statue in their own base, and you can obviously move it where you need to and press the tick to put it where you want. You put money into I guess this is some sort of is this a food thing or something like that? You put wood in here to kind of get materials to build kind of structures. There's cabbages over here for some farming stuff, and scrolls of some sort and some sort of other currency. So all stuff that will just give you resources to power up your army, because that's what we're about here, building, expanding, and leading. Here's the Hall of Avatars one. So Mako's shot, and then yeah, Aang is here, something about meditations for all of the different elements. So I guess you just gradually unlock the avatars as you go through the game. You'll probably get Aang for free, and then slowly build up to unlocking Korra and then Kyoshi. And I guess this solves the issue of like, ooh, like, what if I don't get all the avatars? The avatars are something you maybe gradually unlock. Everyone will immediately get access to, where it's more of the maybe the other characters, where you have to do a lot more to get. We'll see how that exactly works. But cool that they're highlighting this. And of course we saw Roku earlier on. Karuk gets mentioned in the description. So I'm assuming a lot of the main obvious avatars are going to be here. We'll see if they go into any more kind of detail in terms of the deeper lore about some of this stuff. But interesting enough. Azula stock image, form powerful alliances. And then you can see another kind of menu style thing or gameplay situation here. Toph and Burmy. So obviously this is a mistake because this is obviously Aang's son, Boomy. There's not meant to be an or there, so I hope they fix that spelling error. But highlighting, of course, Toph's army linking up with Boomy's army to fight off Chan Yu and Fuzhi, who I guess are the barbarian kind of cult members here. Highlighting the alliances you can make with other players. So that's kind of interesting. So it looks like this game will have maybe more multiplayer aspects, or at least kind of friend kind of stuff in play earlier than Avatar Generations did. But I do wonder, like, is this just how this plays out, or can you tap into that and you get back to this style thing? And like, is this different than that in terms of like what's going on here? I'm a little bit confused overall about the exact gameplay loop, but that is all of the description stuff that we have so far. So I'll just zoom in on this and we'll read through this a little bit. Okay, so they have a lot of quotes from different characters here. There's some Karuk, there's a lot of Iroh, of course, used here. It's quite a lengthy description here. So the initial one is: a time of peace and harmony is disrupted by a dangerous cult devoted to a dark entity from the spirit world. As the cult's power and influence grows across the land, so too does chaos, wreaking havoc and consuming lives. Leaving the ashes of formerly serene societies in its wake. Now you must face your destiny and embark on an epic journey to recruit powerful benders from across the land, discover the heroes of legend, and forge alliances with other powerful leaders to restore harmony and balance to the world. Experience the entire Avatar universe. That's nice to know. And then, yeah, like it says on Facebook, Avatar, Korra, comic books and more, so obviously referred to the novels, and maybe with Avatar Legends, maybe even some of the RPG characters. So I wonder, will maybe Princess Zaysan and characters like that make an appearance here? But interesting stuff. Become a leader. Your character, of course, you are going to be a leader. That's why they're calling everyone leader here, where they contact the community. Forge a mighty army by recruiting and training benders and heroes who will march into battle under your command. Form alliances with other leaders worldwide to amass a formidable force capable of vanquishing your adversaries and vanishing the ominous dark spirit. Unite the forces. So just work together with different armies. Train your benders. There's going to be legendary heroes like Aang, Zuko, Toph, Katara, Tenzin, Sokka, Kuvira, Roku, Kyoshi, and more. Upgrade and train, master their bending skills to shine in the heat of battle. Expand your base, so evolve your base into a fortified city. Construct and enhance buildings, resource generation, research. So that's obviously going to be there to advance technology, I guess. And this will also help with the unlocking of legendary heroes. So does that mean there's not a gacha system in this game, or that like your base generates the gacha materials to summon heroes or something like that? Will be interesting to see how they do all of that. And then train and acquire troops. And of course your troops, I guess, are different than your heroes, because as we saw on the page back there, it seems like your army still consists of like generic characters. You get to choose your elemental art, and each element offers distinct gameplay advantages, units, and a visually stunning style. This is going to be an interesting one in terms of it, by the looks of it, based on like this stuff here. You make your choice of which element you are very early on. So I wonder, will they tell you what the strengths and weaknesses are of choosing one nation over the other, especially like if a meta potentially kind of forms, someone who chooses the maybe weakest initial element. I assume they'll do balance patches and stuff like that, but you don't want to be stuck for weeks or months with the weakest kind of nation where your stuff isn't as good as others. So hopefully they have that all balanced out and that it doesn't maybe matter as much as you maybe think it does, but still interesting overall. The visual style is probably definitely the main thing. Form alliances, malevolent spirits, rally the affected communities, construct safe havens, unite forces to combat the cult, work together, build settlements, mount a unified front needed to defeat the enemy, explore and research. Explore the world, discover different entities. That's interesting. Discover different entities while you gather resources to upgrade your city. Okay, that sounds overall pretty decent, I have to say. Obviously, it's hard to judge with a mobile game until we actually see some gameplay. In a way, until we get it in our hands and are actually playing it ourselves, it's going to be hard to judge. But I'm always interested and open to see what a game like this is like. I have really missed Avatar Generations not being around, so I hope that this does well, because I think a popular mobile game can only help the franchise. In the same way that obviously the live action show has brought in a lot of new fans, this can help things when it comes to that. It can help Avatar Studios to kind of build up to making their announcements. The timing maybe seems a little bit better here on this, so it just needs to be good. I like the story setup of the Dark Spirit and the cult around it, because I am super interested to see when they do the reveal on who the Dark Spirit is. Like, is that going to be an immediate reveal, or are we going to be building up to that for a long time? Is it a new spirit? Is it an already known spirit? Who knows? But that's a intriguing plot point for me, because I love spirit related stuff. The general plot, I do wonder what they're going to do with that in terms of, like, are they trying to make the story canon? Because the only way I can think that this would make sense is that it's a Korra era story, and the whole summon characters from Legend is just a gameplay kind of conceit, but it is something that's happening in the Korra era, or else it'll, maybe they might just go full non-canon story and be like, hey, in this version of the Avatar universe, like, we can actually, like, cross over timelines and stuff like that. That's going to be interesting to see how they execute on that story kind of conceit that they have going on here. But so far, like, visually, like, obviously it's a mobile game, and it looks like a mobile game, but it looks like they've put in some effort to make this stuff look kind of like pretty decent. Obviously you can't tell too much for maybe the exact character models from some of this stuff, but the building designs for each nation I think look pretty good, and especially like on sort of like this screen, like that Aang model looks pretty good to me. It's just all about, like, okay, in terms of combat, like, how involved am I in this combat? Because Avatar Generations, I thought, did a good job at making a sort of complex battle system that actually worked on an intricate level. So anyway, I think that's pretty much all there is to say. I assume they'll be doing some posts here where little bits and pieces will be revealed. I am wondering, though, in the 3 weeks until the 21st, are they just going to basically post all the stuff that they have here already on the Google Play page on their social media, or will there be new stuff in the build-up? But something to look forward to, maybe gradual updates. We've been waiting for stuff like this. So in the comments, let me know what your thoughts are on Avatar Legends Realms Collide, or how interested are you in this? What, from what I've shown off here, interests you? I'm, of course, going to play it when it comes out. It's obviously going to be, I guess, a free app, of course. You can pre-register on Google here. But otherwise, yeah, let me know your thoughts. But that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.